Hello, beautiful world, Faras Al Hajri, PhD AM in Virginia, particularly our office, Hakwa Awareness Consulting Office, is located here in Virginia Tech Corporate Center, particularly in Corridor, this building, and which is part of the Virginia Tech Corporate Research Center. Hakwa and memory. Why particularly we talk about Hakwa and memory? And this is very, very important about how could be that the memory of water, like Dr. Masaru Emoto. I came to know Dr. Masaru Emoto. He passed away a couple of years back, but I came to know him when I wanted to submit my thesis for my PhD in India, in Indian Board of Alternative Medicine. So I came to know the academy through Dr. Masaru Emoto. So when I found that this guy, he did extensive research experimentation to prove that water, the molecular formula of water changed completely based on the words prayer or so on. But that caused a lot of controversies with the scientific part until he came to United States and he took a group of judges into group and they took a group of people who say words and different words. One group said good word, some other group said the bad word, and they took that test and they found out the water respond based on the words. That looks quite weird, isn't? Nobody may believe that. Nobody can think about that. That how could water can respond to our memory? Well, myself being immersed into completely into Hakwa Revitalize water as a general and how water is for health. So what is it essential? So when you go to science, you realize that water is elixir of life. Am I right? That's what science talk about. Then when we talk about the water memory, how we can also, we believe what Dr. Masaru Emoto has done with his to substantiate his research about the water memory. If we take it deeply, we may realize that Dr. F. Batmangalij, the American scientist, who he was a medical doctor, he said, when you drink a glass of water 15 minutes to 30 minutes before meal, the glands secrete a hormone. So it could be that water send a memory, send a signal to the glands to release hormones. That is one issue. The other issue is that you realize that you, me, any person, when you come in contact with water, whether swimming, whether looking at the ocean or the lake like behind me here, or the showers of rain, you feel that it gives kind of a very unique feeling. It gives you a sense of relaxation, calm. You feel there's a complete relation between human being and the water itself. So that is one issue. The other issue, when you go to rituals, when I go through various rituals, like the religious books, in the Holy Quran, it's mentioned about water 63 times. And one of the verses, God say, I have made from water every living alive. So what does it mean? So and so on. When you go to the Christians, you find the Bible, they say Jesus is a living water, living water. And go back to other rituals like the Jews, the Torah. When you look at the story of Moses, he used his stick to hit the ocean to split in two to save the Jews from slavery from the pharaohs. And when you go back to Noah, the story of Noah, about the ship of Noah, that he rescued his family and the animals from the huge flood that destroyed the world. That is what the history say, what the ritual books say. And go back to Hindus. You go to India, you find there's something called Gangan River. Gangan River is a holy river that they go there for ritual purpose, for ablution, and as well as cleansing self from sins. Then when you go back to history, even the Bedouin, the Bedou, Arab Bedou, because of the nomad life, is that because there is not enough water in the desert. So what happened is that they move, they keep on moving and moving until the time they find water, then they settle there. So water has played a very big role in civilization since day one of human creation. All throughout civilization, you find that water itself, this is a liquid that is colorless, odorless, toxic free, is made up of two atoms, hydrogen, and one atom or molecule of oxygen. But that H2O actually has a lot of very mysterious explanation with about it. So civilization changed a lot, and more and more clinical studies and more researches are being conducted. Then when you go to our topic about how to revitalize hot water, scientifically you find that the human body is composed of 75% water, and hot water, one of the mysteries of water, any change in the temperature of the water, it change its everything effectiveness. It can be good for health, it can be neutral, and it can be toxic. Toxic by means, when I say toxic, means it can destroy a human body, it can kill you. And it's also harmful. Like cold water is harmful, boiled water is toxic. When I say toxic, means it harmful. Okay, it means it can kill a person if somebody force you to drink hot water, means boiled water. I mean, then of course, you know, it's a severe burn to the stomach, and then you know what can happen, and intestine and so on. So cold water, boiled water is harmful. Natural water, which is the warm water, tap water, is just neutral. It doesn't harm. It's just very limited. Hot water is it is the secret. Well, when you go to look at the amniotic fluid, the first fetal development of a child, it takes place where? In the womb of the mother. The amniotic fluid is hot water. So you find that even the memory, even scientific researchers have proven that there is a correlation, memory connection between the mother, expectant mother or pregnant mother, with a baby inside the womb of the mother. And also when you talk to a baby in the womb of the mother, science believes that the baby can sense, can feel. If you're singing, the baby can feel that song and so on. So whatever actions you do, the baby can feel that, can sense that. That censorship passes through the memory of the water. Okay, so water has a lot to explain about the memory. We believe water has a memory, and when I look at the lake, like for example, I feel rejuvenated, I feel great, I feel marvelous, I feel unique. Since already, when I already discovered that just hot water with that specific temperature, with specific methodology, with the specific modalities, has changed my life. From 2007 until today, 2020, for 13 consecutive years, I'm perfectly healthy. Even when I go for a full medical checkup, along with my family members, all my wife, my children, Qais and Sami, we all completely found asymptomatic. So we are enjoying a very good, healthy living lifestyle. And not only just us, since we also immerse ourselves to spread this awareness through conferences, speaking at conferences, lectures, media interview, doing all this social media and so on. There are a lot of anecdotal evidence that so far we managed to collect more than 500 anecdotal evidence that people have been cured from various complicated diseases, chronic diseases. Even recently I did some studies about the coronavirus. There are a lot of possibility that it can be very good for even to prevent coronavirus or to deal with coronavirus, something to do with the immune system, inflammation, vitamin D. So we have 3 clinical studies that have been conducted in rats and have proven very strong positive results with inflammation, CVD, cardiovascular disease, and with the immune system has been strongly improved. Has proven that really hot water help improve the immune system. So all these, we could say that water itself, even go to a lot of religions, they use it for prayer. Muslim, they use for prayer. They use also for washing the body. Hindus, they use for also the Jews, the Christians, they use, like Christian, they use for baptism. So water has a lot to explain, water itself. And for cooking as well, water is everything. You to the extent that even scientifically proven that we can live, I think 21 days, something like that, without food, with just only water, but not the opposite. So just 1 week without water, finish, you've gone. You are dead, because you cannot live without water. So water is the elixir of life. And I believe as you hold a glass of water, hot water, and you take it, you gulp it, that's what we say, Bikadu principle. Implement the Bikadu, because believe, implement, continue, appreciate, discipline, understand. So the moment you believe, you interact, you interconnect between yourself, your soul, and the water itself, the water memory. Because a human being is, one part is the body, and the other part is the soul. So your soul, your subconscious vitality is interrelated with the water. So as you hold a glass of hot water or a tumbler or so on, when you drink the hot water, you feel that you get connected yourself with the water itself. There are a lot of mysteries that even science, as we keep on going with the clinical research studies, we have already 3 clinical studies, 2017, 18, 19 in rats, and we are working hard to have this done in human subjects. Thank you so much, your beautiful world, and I wish you a wonderful day. I hope that the coronavirus will be eradicated, and that everybody go back to nature. It's a time to get back to nature. That's what I can say. I recommend everybody to maintain your innate ability to self-healing, self-protection, self-maintenance, as this was discovered by the founder of osteopathy and osteopathic medicine, the first college of osteopathic medicine, Dr. Andrew Taylor Still, the American scientist who founded the first college of osteopathic medicine. So there's a lot to explain about this. So I wish you a wonderful day, beautiful world. Bye-bye. So this place, the Virginia Tech Corporate Research Center, is in a 100, I think it's, yeah, I checked again recently, it's 230 acres of land. And there are multiple buildings here. Could be maybe 30 or 40 buildings. There are many buildings here. And it's well organized. The place is very unique in terms of the way it's being planned, to interconnecting the Virginia Tech Corporate Research Center, the companies that are here doing research, and with the collaborating with the Virginia Tech Polytechnic and State University, which is a very prominent university in Virginia. And the companies that are here involved with research and development, and we are so fascinated, so glad that we managed to have our office, Haku Awareness office here in Virginia Tech Corporate Research Center, the 2010 award-winning International Research Park by AURP, Association for University Research Park. And the purpose of us to focus in research, as well as because we work on 2 strategies. So the main strategy is to conduct continuous clinical research studies to find the effectiveness of Haku Revitalize. So the Revitalize means to reinstate the human body to the stage of the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the spiritual health. So that is the purpose of our research, that we want to prove that something simple, just hot water, is the secret, carries a lot of mysterious secrets to rejuvenate, to revitalize the human's health, to the physical, to the emotional and mental and spiritual state of well-being. as doctor of the future has been proclaimed by Thomas Edison, will never use medication, will not use medicine in the frame of healthcare of human being, but in diet and in the frame of care to human body. So we feel that because hot water therapy falls under diet, is a dietary supplement. Hot water, as based on our experience at 13 years, all these 500 anecdotal evidence and people who have been into this therapy, they have realized that really their life has changed. They are now enjoying full healthy living lifestyle, to the extent that even I myself, with the moment I started the hot water therapy, I refused Kais and Sami, my children, to have any immunization, any vaccination in their schools. Even here in Virginia, some in Blacksburg High School, I wrote a letter and signing a form saying that I don't want my kids to have a vaccination. So Sami did not have vaccination in Oman and as well as Qais since we started since 2007, and here in Virginia also, as well, Sami did not have his vaccination. So we completely rely on our body for its innate ability, but we maintain to make sure that our body is rejuvenated with this body's natural essential fuels, the water, the hot water that help the cells to maintain the presence of all the essential body's fuels, which are the water, oxygen, hydrogen, energy. Okay, beautiful world. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.